everyone, it's day one of my series of 5 videos on gut health here live from sunny Brighton today. How lucky are we? This is the South Downs, just outside my little balcony in Brighton. So today is about gut health and it's number 1 of 5 videos. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Natalie Sansonetti. I'm a health and nutrition coach at Gut Loving Life, and I help busy juggling moms and professionals to get rid of their bloat, lose some weight, feel so much more energy, and get rid of their stress-related health issues as well, so they can really embrace life, get their mojo back, and enjoy life in general. So I'm going to give it a couple of minutes to see if anyone else joins us. If you're on, I can see some people are on. If you could just leave me a comment, put a comment down, or write down where you're watching from, that would be great. And send some, if you tap on your screen, you can send me some love and some thumbs up just to say hello. Hello, hi Marianne, nice to see you there. Hi everyone. So we're just going to give it a couple more minutes. Okay, so this is again a series of 5 videos I'm going to do on gut health or general health, which will give you tips and information that you can implement straight away in your life. And today we're going to talk about the colon. So the reason I'd like to talk the colon is basically I'm going to explain why I'm going to talk about the colon in a minute, but the reason for it is because we often completely neglect it and disrespect our colon, and I'll explain why in a minute. Okay, so first of all, I want to tell you a little story which is going to explain why the role of the colon is so crucial. So picture the scene. You've got your organs in your body are holding a meeting, and for just today they're going to decide which organ is the most important in your life. And so the big bossy brain starts, and of course it says, but surely I'm the most important organ in the body. I direct all your actions and your thoughts and your movements. Without me you wouldn't be able to do anything. Your body would break down and not do anything. Then the stomach says, hang on, I process all the food and give you lots of energy so that you can do all these things. You know, the brain, you wouldn't be able to think or move anything if you don't have the energy that I give you by processing all the food the body eats. Then the skin says, well, yes, but hey, I hold everything together and I protect you from external dangers. So surely you must see that I'm the most important organ in the body. Then the blood says, yes, but hey, I transport all the nutrients and the blood throughout the body and to all of your organs. And without me, you wouldn't have anything to live on, so you wouldn't even exist. So surely I must be the most important organ in your body. Thank you for the thumbs up. Say hi Kiki, hi everyone. Then the colon finally, in the number 1, you know, the colon finally says in its quiet, gentle voice, if I may, I think I'm the most important organ in your body, because surely I'm responsible for taking all the rubbish out. So the other organ starts laughing and making fun of him and just say, what a lot of crap you're talking about, ha ha ha, and basically kick him out. And the colon is so upset that it decides to go on strike. So what do you think happens when the colon goes on strike? Sure enough, within a few days, the brain gets really toxic and starts getting foggier and foggier and becomes really stuck. So all the toxins stay stuck around the head, and you might get migraines and headaches. Then the stomach gets bloated and painful as well. The liver becomes really toxic and overloaded and overworked. The lungs and the breath start smelling really badly. the legs and the whole body lose energy and become wobbly, and the blood becomes toxic, and therefore the skin comes out in rashes and eczema and lots of other unpleasantness like acne as well. So all the organs, having seen that, decide to get together and to elect the colon the most important organ of the whole body, and they decide that it should be loved and cherished and respected, right? So the reason most people neglect their colon is because the colon actually doesn't have many sensory nerves in it, so which means you don't actually get pain in the colon the way you get pain through the stomach or other digestive organs. And the problem, great, you love your colon, great, Christophe, well done. The reason you neglect it, so basically when you don't get pain, you think everything's hunky-dory, everything's happening just fine, or even if it's not happening fine, it's going to be a problem, because you're going to get constipated or diarrhea or IBS, so you're going to get other problems which will show you it's not actually fine. So it's a very discreet organ, but it doesn't mean that if it's not shouting at you, it's not actually suffering in any way. So what are the signs that your colon isn't very healthy and that things are not going great in there? First of all, you might get headaches and migraines as well, especially if you get constipated. That often happens. You also might get a lot of bloating, a lot of belching, a lot of foul smells which come from your lungs and the toxins accumulated in the gut that don't get taken out, all the rubbish. And you might get spots and skin issues. I get a lot of people and children with a lot of eczema, for example, or acne, and that's definitely a problem with elimination, because the skin is the largest organ of elimination, and if things don't get taken out, if toxins and rubbish don't get taken out by the colon, you can be sure eventually you're going to have some problems in your gut, in your skin. Okay, so that's, if you want to glow, if you want to have great skin, make sure the colon takes all the toxins out. So you might also feel very, very low energy. A lot of people, if not everyone I see in my practice, actually suffer from low energy. And there are a lot of reasons, but mainly when the gut isn't working well, that's going to take a lot of your energy, because it's going to make your body toxic and make all your organs work extra hard to try and support all that toxicity and get rid of it. So very importantly, to recognize the signs when you feel any of these, try and look at your colon. Don't try and put on makeup on your spots or do a liver detox or any of that, because it's only going to change certain things, but the liver detox, for example, can actually do a lot of damage if your colon isn't working very well, because you need to take the rubbish out. All those toxins coming out through your liver detox need to come out. So if you don't go to the toilet and you're getting rid of all those toxins from all your cells in your body, your liver is going to get overwhelmed. So please, please, please make sure you go to the toilet. So a little tip, or a couple of tips for making sure you don't get constipated, or that you get rid of your constipation. One of which, the first tip is basically making sure that you have these 3 elements in your diet every day. One is the right hydration. So you can't really go wrong with going from 2 to 3 liters, depending on your size. But 2 to 3 liters drunk slowly every day, sipping slowly. You don't want to down that in one go. That's actually really dangerous. So small sips all day. Put some sliced lemon or lime or orange or even crushed mint or sliced cucumbers in your bottles of water. If you've got one like this with a wide neck, you can stick things in there. It's really nice and tasty. Or even frozen berries if you want some juicy sweet taste to it and a bit of coolness. The second very important part of making sure you don't get constipated is fiber. So I don't know if you watched my other video, which is on this Facebook page, but it's also on my personal page. So if you watch that, it's on Gut Loving Life, and the video was about making a very quick and simple guacamole. And the reason this is really good, hi Pam, hi. The reason this is really good is guacamole is one of the highest sources of fiber, and you do need a lot of fiber for having proper bowel movements. But make sure, first of all, that the hydration is put in place, otherwise the fiber might actually make you more blocked up than you were. So make sure you drink plenty of water with that fiber. So yes, lots of green leafy vegetables like kale, broccoli, spinach, lots of fresh herbs, lots of raw vegetables. If you do tend to be constipated, do have a lot of raw vegetables. And so vegetables, fruit, don't be afraid of fruit. We'll talk about sugar in another episode of these 5 days. Hi Neil. Thank you. Looking good, thank you. So we're going to talk about fruits more in depth in another series, in another one of these videos in the 5-day series. So I'll keep you posted on that one. But for now, it's really important to include fruit, because fruit again have a lot of fiber. And if you're going to eat grains and carbs like rice or pasta and things like that, make sure it's whole grain at least. Yeah, at least. So like brown rice, quinoa, buckwheat. If you do eat wheat and you don't have any problems with it, then make sure it's whole wheat or put some seeds in there. If you're stuck and you're eating meal with, for example, a curry, and you have white rice, have a lot of salad with that. Have a lot of raw vegetables to add to the fiber level. So, because white rice is especially bad for constipation, so you really want to make sure you eat a lot of fiber with your meal at the same meal. The third really important element to prevent constipation is good fats. And again, we'll talk a bit more in detail about good fats in another live video. But at the moment, you do need good fats to make sure your gut is nice and lubricated, so that you don't get constipated. And that's really important as well. So again, hydration, fiber, and good fats, super important. Don't spend a day without any of these. It will accumulate and you will feel the effect. If you don't do that even for just one day, you will feel bloated and probably constipated and really unwell. So another thing you can do, which is really useful for the gut is actually a muscle. And if it doesn't get exercised and it's sluggish because you're eating low fiber, you're eating a lot of sugar, a lot of things that just go straight through you, your muscles your colon is like any other muscle. It doesn't get exercise, it doesn't get toned, and it doesn't do its job of taking the rubbish out. So a very good way to exercise this muscle is to actually massage your colon from the outside, of course. And basically you take your hands and you try and put one hand on the other, and with the palm of your hand going in a clockwise manner, you basically start massaging your lower abdomen, so all around the belly button. Basically, you can't go wrong if you start massaging around the belly button. Try and breathe into your hands nice and deep. You can do this you can do it lying down or sitting down or even on the loo if you think things are not happening. And you really need to push in with your hands, but gently but firmly with the palm of your hand. And again, still in a clockwise manner. You can do this every morning before you get out of bed. Really nice one to do to get things moving and to make sure the rubbish is taken out really thoroughly. Okay, so that's 2 tips. So one is, make sure you've got your water, fiber, and good fats lined up for the day. And secondly, if you can, really do that, the deep massaging as much as you can. So Tomorrow we're going to talk about something else, which is actually a surprising but very, very effective way of getting rid of the bloat and increasing your energy. So joining again at 12:30. Tomorrow is Saturday. Try and bring even family, friends, your kids. You know, I'm going to make you do a little exercise, which is going to be around eating lunch or eating food. So do bring your food, and we're going to do an exercise while you're eating. I won't be eating because I'll be talking, and that would be rude. But yeah, look, bring your food, bring your kids, bring your husbands or wives or whoever it is, the neighbors, and we'll be doing this little exercise, and hopefully it will be as lovely as it is today. So thank you for joining today. Thank you for those watching and making comments. Tomorrow I'll answer a couple of questions as well. If you do have questions now, go ahead and post them in the comments if you want. And if you don't, then I can answer some questions tomorrow. Be sure to like my page at Gut Loving Life and on Facebook, and you'll also get lots more videos and recipes which I'm going to post very soon. Thank you for joining me. Goodbye.